I attended every parent-teacher conference for 12 years and never told my daughter's teachers the full picture. A teacher told me at graduation why that was the right call. The full picture was this. My daughter had a learning difference that had been identified when she was 6. It required accommodations, and those accommodations were on file, and every teacher knew the accommodation. What they didn't have, what I never provided, was the context. The context was how hard she worked, what it cost her to do what other students did with less effort. The specific daily investment of a child who was bright and determined and spent twice the time on tasks that required twice nothing from her peers. The accommodations were in the file. The effort behind them was invisible. I'd thought about providing it. I'd worried it would create a story that became the lens through which she was seen. The struggling child, the extra needs student. I wanted her teachers to see her as she was, fully capable, working hard, in need of specific support, but not of pity or reduced expectation. At her high school graduation, I was approached by her English teacher from 7th grade, a man named Mr. Sarian O'Brien, who had taught her for 1 year and who she still mentioned as influential. He said, "I've been meaning to tell you something for 5 years." He said, "Emma told me in the spring of 7th grade, when I asked how she'd improved so dramatically, what it actually cost her to read at grade level. She told me because she said she wasn't sure I understood." I said, "What did she tell you?" He described what she'd said. The hours, the strategies, the specific investment that made the final product look effortless. He said, "I should have known." I said, "You treated her as fully capable. That's what mattered." He said, "She said you never told teachers to go easy on her." He looked at me. He said, "That was the most important gift." I said, "I was afraid they'd see her smaller." He said, "They couldn't. She wouldn't let them. She graduated with honors. She still doesn't know what Mr. O'Brien told me. I'm keeping it for her, for when she needs to know that someone saw it all the way back in 7th grade."